Also last night, City Council locked in its budget target for 2026, a 2.6% tax levy increase. In a unanimous vote, members approved city staff's recommendation, which also includes implementing a multi-year capital budget. Jonathan Wilson has the details.
City staff presented Council with the 2026 Budget Direction Report at Monday night's meeting, which would see a 2.6% tax levy increase before growth. That represents the total amount the city has to collect from taxpayers to fund municipal spending, and as mentioned by City Manager John Collin, it's substantially lower than last year's increase.
To get from 3.8 to 2.6 will be a challenge. We believe we can do it, and I believe that we can do it without having significant impact on delivery of services or programming.
Administration took the same approach as last year, pegging the increase to the 4-year rolling average of the Consumer Price Index. At-large Councillor Mark Bentz asked how sustainable the target is, given the low growth that Thunder Bay currently has.
What kind of growth targets do we need to make this a sustainable approach? Or maybe it's just for a short time. If you could just give me your philosophy with regards to this approach.
What do we need in the long term? We need 3% growth. The rationale for the 3% figure is, first of all, it is achievable in the long term. But secondly, 3% should always be above CPI. It is not a policy that is sustainable in the long term unless growth significantly increases.
Council also moved to a 2-year capital budget covering 2026 and 2027, with the second year's levy limited to 2.1%. At-large Councillor Rajni Agarwal asked about the potential challenges in the future, like a recessionary period, and how the city would respond.
The local mines closing down and some of the pressures on Southern Ontario's building. If that hasn't hit us, but if we were to go there, I'm not trying to be the negative here, but I just want to be realistic. What are we doing to offset? Are we going to dip into our reserves and use sustainability to meet our goal?
City Treasurer Carrie Greaves noted the city has funds in its stabilization reserve, giving flexibility to respond to unforeseen circumstances.
So we have that ability to respond if a situation transpires, but we're not factoring that any increases into the budget just in case that it does happen.
Council unanimously approved the 2026 budget direction and calendar. The actual budget deliberations are scheduled for November for the capital budget and January for the operating side. Jonathan Wilson, TBT News.